Hello everyone and welcome back to I guess the Slender tutorial series. So in the last video we made, we started making the map. We added like you can call it a mountain range, it's all rocks. We added grass. And in this episode we're going to add trees and I guess, little sites, one could say. So I have a few things here. So this right here, this is very important. What we're gonna need to go do is file editor preferences, I think, and we're gonna look for experimental right here. Procedural foliage, we're gonna check that on. Okay. Now before we do that though, I'm just gonna show you something. So if we go to the internet, I just looked up Shack FBX model free. You just go to whatever, and I grabbed this one right here because this one I've used in the past. It works well for me, so we're just gonna download this. Yep. Don't email me, please. It's gonna be in here because I've downloaded it before. I believe I've downloaded a lot of stuff off of this. Right here, Shack, and we're gonna get the FBX, and if we make a new folder, we'll call it models. Open that up. No, don't import yet. We're gonna make another new folder. We're gonna call it Shack. Open this up, import. Downloads Shack 7 FBX. Just hit import all because it's going to be in multiple parts. Don't worry about that. We're just going to wait for this to compile shaders. Now something else we're going to need to do is we also need to download textures.rar. And we're going to I guess we can make a new folder inside here. I'm gonna need to blur that out because that was private. So if we go into here and we make a new folder, we'll call it mats or materials, whatever, I don't care. We're going to need to blur that out again. We're just gonna grab the textures.rar and we're gonna pull them out. You can make a folder to keep everything, tidy. But I'm just gonna throw them out because I don't care. I guess you could do that too. Now in the mats, we're just gonna come over here. We're gonna drag those, not necessarily drag, but whatever. I don't know why I keep talking like this. We're just gonna put all of these in here. And then we're gonna go to this. Now this is gonna be a bit tedious, but we need to open up these, get rid of that. We're going to get a texture sample, and in here we're going to set it to whatever it is. So this is tarp. We need to get the tarp material, blue tarp. Just put RGB into base color, save and apply, and we need to do that with all of them, but we're not going to do it with the ground. The ground we're not even going to include because it's just a giant platform that we don't need. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab all of these parts. This is the ground, so we're not going to take that. We're just going to grab the two tarps, the main shack, and the pillars, and we're just going to drag those all out. Now we can hit end. Oh, we're not on a flat spot, so we should probably try and find a good spot for it. Yeah, something like this. Oops. And okay, we're just gonna drag it down because whatever. Actually, you know what? The placement doesn't even really matter at this point. So what we're then going to do, this might be a bit iffy to me. We wanna, yeah, right click and then under actor, we're going to convert actors to static mesh. We can just put that under models, shack, and we'll call it shack mesh. What it's going to do is it's going to take all 4 of these, and it's just going to make it one thing. The material looks wonky, but it's okay. Just throw it all the way in the corner where like the flattest looking part is. I actually cannot find a flat part. This is so sad. Hopefully your forest is flatter and you can just throw it in. I'm just gonna have it sink in the ground because this isn't what we want, or this isn't what the video's about. Now open up the shack mesh, and what we want to do next is up here in collision, we want to add simplified collision. None of these really matters, I guess. And then there's one setting somewhere where it's use complex as simple. This way, before you wouldn't be able to walk in because all of this would just be a big block. But now all the collision's actually in the wall, so you'd be able to walk in, jump through the window, whatever. So that's how you can import models and stuff if you wanted to add something like that. And now we're going to get onto the trees. So something we're going to want to do is we want to grab the procedural foliage blocking, and you're going to want to put this over all of your like sites, places you don't want trees spawning in, you know? So we're just going to throw that over this whole thing best we can. No trees are going to spawn in this area. And now what we're going to do is we're going to, under foliage, we're going to make a new folder, call it trees. In here we're going to get a foliage, procedural foliage spawner, and we'll call it tree spawner. And in here again we're going to go to foliage, we're going to get static mesh foliage, I think, and we're going to call this trees. So in here this is where we're going to add our trees. I'll just add hill tree 1, or hill tree and hill tree tall. Okay, so now with that in place, we're going to grab our tree spawner, and we're just going to stretch this out to cover the map. Oh, I lost it. I think I made it smaller, actually. There we go. Alright, so we'll just start in the middle, I suppose. Now, we don't want the trees to be all, like, in the edges. So I'm going to kind of stop before I can fully reach the edge. I don't really want this, like, a full area to be nothing. And then we're just going to come off this way. Wow, this is a big area to not have trees, but oh well. Now, ordinarily trees will start spawning right here. You won't be able to get in the shack, but because of the blocking thing, they're not going to be able to spawn there. So now with a tree spawner in the way, we can resimulate. Oh boy. And now we have a whole bunch of trees spawned in. They look very uniform. But you know what? It looks kind of nice. it's like a forest now. Yeah, this isn't bad. Of course, you could add all sorts of trees. I'm just gonna keep this in for now, so my game doesn't absolutely explode. But yeah. So I guess that's gonna do it for this video. In the next one, we can set up our character. Yeah, we can set up our character, and maybe the enemy. But thank you all for watching, and goodbye. Oh yeah, don't forget to rebuild lighting, by the way.